What's up YouTube, this is Unicorn Attack from Total War Addict, bringing you the third match of the Silent against Agony avant-garde game. They switched the sides on me, so we have now over on the right. I will set it to pause the game real quick. Pariya. Pariya's army composed of Yeriki, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them over on the left side. Then he has 1, 2, 3 Shogitai. His general. Then he has a katana catching, my mistake, and he has a spear levy on the right with 2 shogun guard cavalry. He's definitely splitting his army into 2 separate things, so I think he will go for the farmhouse or the shrine. Apparently the shrine in the middle, and I think these 2 shogun guard cav can do good damage due to their 30 melee attack. Then we have over on the left we have papercutassassin from the Silent clan. His army composed of a Shogitai, 1, 2, 3 of them, then with 2 katana kachi and a Imperial Guard cavalry, 1 Imperial Guard cavalry. Then he has a Shogun Guard cav, a Yeriki, another Shogun Guard cav, 4 Yeriki, and 2 Shogun Guard cavalry, and his general and an Imperial Guard cav. Then the opponent of papercutassassin is twitchy. His army composed of 1, 2 Yeriki, 4 Yeriki, and a 1. What is this? This Shogun Guard cavalry. So 4 Yeriki and a Shogun Guard cav, and his general. Then he has some hidden units over here. I suppose some melee and a few line. We will see in a bit. Then we have Shooter, the opponent of Pariya. His army is composed of a spear levy, 2 of them, 1, 2, 3 Shogitai, a Vermilion Bird Force, an Azure Dragon Force, and some more hidden units. So let's go to the Silent, his side, and let's go to play. And we're off. We can see Pariya is really pushing forward with his cavalry, and so is twitchy. We can see how they are positioning their lines. The cavalry of Pariya is really covering this flank, and the cavalry of Shooter is now coming out of hiding. His cavalry is Shogun Guard cav, 1, 2, 3 Yeriki, and he has a revolver cav. And then for the main army of Twitchy, he has katana kachi and some Shogitai, and he has that's it. Then his general is now still into melee combat, but I think papercutassassin had a better charge of it, and twitchy should definitely have taken a few spear units, but he doesn't have any spear units, and that's a bit unfortunate for him. Now the Shogitai of papercutassassin are also coming in, and they are fighting for the workshop. Nice volley of the general's bodyguard. The cavalry of Pariya is coming out of hiding and is capturing the shrine and the farmhouse, which will be very useful, I think, the farmhouse, because both of the units will get into melee combat, and the less fatigue can be very okay because of all these cavalry usage over here. So the cavalry fight and the melee fight is in, I think it's in papercutassassin's favor. A nice charge of Pariya's his cavalry into the Yeriki of Shooter. He wants to protect the Imperial Guard cavalry of papercutassassin. Very nice micring of him. And we have over here some more cavalry of Silent Pariya, which is helping Agony twitchy to flank over on the right side. twitchy should definitely take some spears, but he doesn't have any spears, so he's now pulling out 1 katana kachi to cover this flank. But a nice charge of Pariya. He's totally going around the flank, good microing over here. And over on the left he's also engaged with his spear levy. In the middle it's looking alright. Pariya is now falling back. And there comes a nice charge, Yeriki into another Yeriki, but the Yeriki of Pariya is much better, upgraded. He managed to forget this Yeriki, should definitely put them around here. But the Yeriki in the middle is falling down, and there's now coming a nice charge from the Shogun Guard Cap. Now he's pulling away. We have a Yeriki left over here, but the lines of Pain Twitchy are really in a bad position now. The left Yeriki of Pariya is now charging in, but you get a counter charge of the Yeriki of Shooter AG. There's a lot of calf microing over here, and the spear levy and the Shogun Guard calf. Now there's a Katana Kachi, and the spear levy is now engaging with the Shogitai of Shooter to capture the shrine. The shrine is still uncaptured. The farmhouse is in the silent his favor. So this the Shooter's cavalry has managed to get a charge into the Yeriki of Silent Pariya, but Pariya, his cavalry is much more upgraded than Shooter, so Shooter will lose his cavalry over here. And there's also Shogun Guard cavalry which is now helping this fight. In the center it's not much going on at this moment. I can say over on the left side Pariya is doing a good job with helping papercutassassin to charge this side, and this side is now free. The right side of papercutassassin is free. Twitchy's lines are now breaking due to this fact, and there's again a Shogun Guard Cap of 60 men is now flanking. This Katana Kachi will get a very nice charge in the back from papercutassassin with his Shogun Guard cavalry, but he's now Shooter is now helping his ally, but he's a little bit too late. He can't help this anymore. We have some Shogitai, 3 Shogitai were now coming into play over on the left side, and Shooter, his line infantry isn't really doing that much at this moment. He should cover this flank, that's for sure, and he should definitely watch out for the cavalry, because how many cav are still left? We have here for Pariya 1, 2, or as a general, so 1 cav with his gen, 2 cavalry, 3 cav units, so that's a lot of cav units. And for papercutassassin we have 1, 2 cavalry units left, so Shooter can't really do much at this point, and he's now moving his lines to this flank a little bit too late, and still his lines aren't firing because he should definitely put them over here. Yeah, he's now seeing it, he's now putting them much more to the ridge, and we can see now their line of sight is a bit better now. And the general of Pain Twitchy is blocking now their line of sight, so that's not nice of him, but it's okay. He's now Shooter now has a really nice position to shoot into these Shogitai, and they will shoot in any moment, I think. There they go. That should cause some kind of waver in the middle, but they have a lot of aura in the middle to aid this fight. And now the Shogitai from Shooter is wavering due to the Vermilion Bird Force. But the cavalry of the silent players are now really flanking a lot. They are going behind the lines, and I think that's the game. They can have a nice counter charge over here. And there's also a Shogitai of Pariya, which is now attacking the Zero Dragon Force. The workshop is in the hands of the silent players, and the shrine is in the hands of the AG-AGG avant-garde players. But I think this is the game. A nice charge. He separated his cav. That's pretty important to do. Pariya set 1 cavalry over on this side, then he has 1 in the general from Pain Twitchy, and we have 1 every cav which is finishing off this Azure Dragon Force. The only unit which last man standing is the general of Shooter, which we can see over here. Will now get charged by some units. Whoa. Shaming trees. Now the Shogitai is charging into the general. The general is routing. So very nice game to both teams. So this was the third and final match of round 2. I have to say the silent players will go on into the final. They will play against the Agony, so there will be an epic battle. Agony Prussian Prince and Agony Duck against Silent Pariya and Silent Papercutassassin, and I have to congratulate them both, and we will see who will be the best. And we have for the final, for the bronze match, we will see back our good friends Agony Pain Twitchy and Shooter AG. They will fight the Dutch Dokasai players Don Zark and Goldfeet. So I was Unicorn Attack for Total War Addict, bringing you the beta 2 vs 2 tournament. I liked it, so let's see the result.